Deep in an old, abandoned forum, I found something that shouldn't still be there. At first, I thought it was just another post, but something about it felt out of place, like it didn't belong in reality, and the more I looked at it, the less it made sense. Because what this person experienced that night felt less like a typical altered state and more like stepping into another reality. Earlier that night, something had already affected his state. What followed was nothing like he anticipated. He said he had a lot of respect for anything that could affect the mind. Years earlier, he had gone through something serious, a mental episode. So this time, he was careful, very careful. At some point, he decided to try something again, something he believed he understood. He chose what he thought would be the mildest method, but he was completely wrong. The first attempts during the week were subtle, a heavy body feeling, a strange kind of tiredness, and those half-dream states right before sleep. Nothing too intense, nothing that would prepare him for what was coming. But then came Friday night, and that's when things became very strange. Within minutes, he became extremely tired. So around 9 p.m., he went to bed, turned off the lights, and closed his eyes. But when he opened them again, something was in the room, floating above him. On the left side was a figure, wearing what looked like a gray cloak, with a hood, no face, no movement, just there. For a brief moment, a thought crossed his mind, is that death? But strangely, he didn't feel afraid, not at all. Instead, something else was there, a deep, unnatural calm, not comfort, not relief, just stillness. He got up and walked into the hallway. He turned on the light, but something felt wrong. The hallway was bright, yet the lights themselves didn't seem to work. He walked into the living room. Everything looked the same. Nothing was missing. Nothing was out of place, but something about it felt wrong. The room was visible, but it didn't feel like he was seeing it, more like it was being shown to him. The walls felt distant, the objects slightly delayed, like they weren't fully there yet. Then suddenly, the entire room dimmed, not into darkness, just less, as if something had lowered the intensity of reality itself. And despite how wrong everything felt, the calm remained, heavy, constant, unnatural, as if he wasn't really a body anymore, but something observing from a distance. Then, he realized something even stranger. When he thought about light, the lamps turned on, as if the room responded to his thoughts, and moving didn't feel like walking anymore. It felt like gliding, effortless, like space itself had changed. Within seconds, he was standing in front of his mirror, looking into his own eyes. They were completely dark, almost black. Then, he heard something outside, voices, metal sounds, like construction work, which made no sense. Because it was the middle of the night, he walked to the window, and right outside, there was something massive, a mechanical arm, moving slowly, opening and closing, like it was alive. And somehow, this felt completely normal to him. But then, everything changed again. Suddenly, he was somewhere else, sitting in a park. Two women were on a bench, talking about him. When he approached them, they welcomed him, as if they had been expecting him. One of them said, "You crossed something. There are many of us, some good and some bad." Then a third person arrived. Together, they walked into a building and down into a basement. 3 men were waiting there, calmly. He asked them, "Is this where it ends?" One of them replied, "No, this is where you return." And just like that, he woke up, back in his bed. It was 10:30 p.m., but it wasn't completely over. His thoughts started responding, not like normal thinking, more like something answering. He asked, "Did something break?" The response came back calmly, "No, you are just not in your usual state." Then they said one more thing, "Tomorrow, it will be gone." The next morning, everything was normal. No voices, no visions, nothing unusual, only fragments of memory remained, and a strange, deep calm. But one question stayed with him. What was that? A dream? A hallucination? Or something that only felt unreal? Because the mind can rearrange what we call reality. Experiences like this are incredibly hard to describe, especially when the line between dream and reality disappears. Because sometimes the mind isn't creating something new, it's just showing something, and sometimes you don't come back the same.